All right, then. So I did tell you that on the program this morning, we're going to be having some good chat, insights from the Lagos State government, especially as we unpack developmental strides in Lagos. Insights from the commissioner. And joining us in the studios, we have the Honourable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Honourable Gbenga Omotoso. Nice to have you in the building. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Wonderful. All right. So we will definitely gradually drift to some of the landmark developmental strides of the Lagos State government. But first things first, Honourable Commissioner, let's talk about where we are right now. We are speaking with the Lagos audience from a brand new studios, right? It's called the Lagos Traffic Radio Ultra Modern Studios. And from what you see, talk to our listeners. What do you make of these studios right now, Honourable Commissioner?
Well, let me just summarize it in just one word. That it's magical.
That's the experience, actually, because when we got here this morning, we just started broadcast from here. It looks as if we're in this space right now. So I love the word you used to describe it. It's a magical experience, and you can see the live cameras, Honourable Commissioner, right?
Yeah.
You can see the roads from the big screen.
Yeah.
Right. So, and what does that say about Lagos and innovation?
Correct. Lagos is moving towards the age of technology as the world is moving. We are not going to be left behind. Everybody can see now that it's in the era of AI, era of technology, era of things moving so fast that human beings are finding it difficult to catch up. So Lagos is doing everything, striving not to be left behind.
Trying to stay ahead of the game, so they say. All right. So when we situate this upgrade now, this studio upgrade vis-a-vis the first pillar of the Themes Plus agenda, Honourable Commissioner, how would you describe it?
Well, I think it's very interesting. It's very encouraging. It shows innovation. It shows creativity. It shows intentionality that what we need to do, we must do, and we will do. And this is what I think has been our experience in Lagos. And like you have said, talking about the first pillar of the themes agenda, this is going to be play a very big role in ensuring that the first pillar is fortified to do what it's meant to do, traffic management and everything in Lagos. All
right. So we're not blushing, but thank you so much. I mean, this is courtesy of the Lagos State government, by the way. All right. So let's talk about this pillar now. Transportation, traffic management. It is very, very crucial towards the successful living and productivity of Lagosians, correct? Right, the Honourable Commissioner?
Correct.
So let's look at some of the new things that are really being unveiled by the government right now in the transport sector.
Well, the last thing that we have done a couple of weeks ago is about the presentation to the public of Omeko. People came from Europe, the EU, and so many organizations that are global in outlook, trying to see what can be done about our waterways, how to modernize our waterways, how to make our waterways work better for our people, and how to ensure that transportation problems are eased in Lagos. So it's about $410 million project, and it's apart from that, it's going to be something that is all about sustainability, all about low emission, all about comfortability for our people, all about convenience, and then speed, moving from one part of Lagos to another on the waterways, so that people don't have to put out their cars on the roads all of the time for them to be able to move from one part of Lagos to another.
Okay.
So
before now, it appears the government was only focusing on the roads. People have been talking about the fact that, well, most of the things that we do, passenger movement, cargo shipment, all of that has been done majorly through the roads. So is this a statement from the government to say, look, we're not just concentrating on the roads alone, we're doing some other modes of transportation?
Yeah, if you look at the themes agenda, the first pillar that we are talking about, the aim of the government is to see that we have a functional, efficient, intermodal transportation system, so that people have choices. If you want to go by road, the buses are there for you. If you're going to go by rail, by the grace of God, today we have two very efficient lines, the red line and the blue line. And then if you want to go by the waterways, you travel in comfortable boats and ferries that are fast, that are modern, that people are, happy with. They can move as many people as possible. Some of them were presented to the public about a year ago during the anniversary of the democracy in Nigeria.
Okay.
And then instead of us to just go and jollificate on that day, we decided to use it to present those posts to the public. And since that day, those posts have been winners. Inside the boats, you can charge your phone, you can sit down comfortably and move from one end of the state to another in a matter of a minute. And then Omieko is there now to add to the comfort of our people. So for us in Lagos, the first pillar is
it's still very much on course.
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about the infrastructure now that makes all this possible. I mean, you are putting in the vehicles, you're putting in the trains, the coaches, the boats, and all of that. What about the infrastructure? The roads, for instance. Let's touch a bit on those roads, because I know some time back the government unveiled some new roads that have just been constructed. What is the dream? What's the vision for those roads in Lagos?
Well, like I usually tell people, Lagos has about 5,000 roads, and there is no way in 4, 5, 8 years you can't fix all of the roads at the same time. But Lagos will keep on pushing so that our people can ride on comfortable roads, so that they don't have, as motorists, have to spend their money on fixing cars every time. So as I speak with you now, Public Works Corporation is working in so many places. There have been so many complaints about the Lekki Expressway around Aja. Very terrible complaints on that corridor. And Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, has asked us to go and do a stakeholders meeting there. We went there last Friday and called everybody. And we put in one of the best contractors in the land to go and work on that road, and he has started working now, and they are working day and night.
Right.
So it's an opportunity for me to appeal to people in Lekki, Ekpe Expressway, people in Aja, along that corridor, that they should just be patient and endure the pains. Very soon the gains will come.
Right. So let's talk about that, because I know the Lekki Aja corridor, which you just mentioned right now, there's going to be a kind of partial road closure for 8 months, and this is going to allow for seamless rehabilitation work, which you just talked about right now. So what should be the approach, especially from the traffic managers during that period? Are there alternative routes that they can navigate through? Will we be having a situation whereby the coastal road might just be open? Do we have that? Is that in the works?
Yes, I think the coastal road should have been opened by now. Lagos State government has been talking to the federal government to show understanding and ease the pains of our people along that corridor. But we are doing everything to ensure that the contractor beats the deadline for them to complete the job. So they are going to be working day and night, and all of the things that they need to put in place, they are put in place. Like I have said, if you count from 1 to 3 of major contractors in the land, you will mention that contractor, they are one of the best that we can present at any point in time, Greenberg.
Right.
So they have moved all their equipment, they are engineers, and they are doing well on that road, as I have seen.
All right, I'm still going to be dwelling on the roads and transportation, because that's our major mandate here. But of course, we're going to be touching base with some other areas. Some things that not very pleasant. When you go on the roads, Honourable Commissioner, you see lots of people littering the roads. You see beggars, how do I describe it now? Everywhere. So what is government doing to ensure that they sanitize those roads, and then people can travel freely while navigating from one location to the other?
Yeah, it's a very, very touchy question that Lagosians have been asking the government to talk about since, and we have been talking about that question. As I speak with you now, the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, led by Honourable Commissioner Ogunlende, they are doing a wonderful job taking these people out of the street, and then to ensure that when you drive and you get to the traffic light, nobody harasses you, you are not molested in any way. We are trying as much as possible to take them away from the street. But like there is capacity is limited. We have to keep all of these people. So the government has a massive plan to ensure that nobody comes to Lagos and becomes a nuisance and becomes somebody who will constitute a roadblock for people to move around. It's not good, and it's not the kind of thing that we want for Lagos. So we are doing a lot of things that they are so elaborate that I can't begin to talk about right them now. But I assure you that Lagosians, we have streets that are free streets that are safe, and then roads that are functional. All of these people you are talking about, they have been taken away. Some of them have been encouraged to learn any trade that they want to learn in 21 vocational schools. And these are very free training sessions that they have for them. So it's a choice that they have to make. But those of them who feel that they can go on the road and continue to harass people or to continue to beg, government will force them out of the road.
Let's talk about emergency response right now, because in the past 2 weeks we had 1 or 2 breakdowns, especially on the outskirts of Lagos, and that leads to some harrowing experiences for motorists that want to exit Lagos heading towards Ibadan or perhaps Ogun State. Any collaboration, or what is the new trend? What are you guys doing to ensure that the Lagos economy doesn't get shut down once we have this kind of breakdowns?
No, there is no kind of breakdown that Lagos doesn't have the capacity to remove within hours. Let's just say hours at the maximum time, minimum time that should not cost any pains to motorists. But what I have seen personally and what our officers have identified is what I call the human element. When you have that kind of emergency and you are trying to get there, people still try to block the way instead of making way for emergency workers to get there as soon as possible. The equipment that we have to lift anything, even a very big truck off the road if it falls, the equipment are there, but our people should be patient when they see that kind of thing and give way to all those emergency responders. Give them maximum cooperation for them to be able to do their job so that everybody can have a free road on which to travel. So I assure people that it's not going to be something, and it's not something that happens every time. The one that you are talking about, we all experienced it a couple of days ago. It's quite unfortunate. I sympathize with all of those people who are caught up in the traffic. But what I have said is what has happened, the human element.
Some have said perhaps maybe you need a stronger collaboration with Ogun State, that the Lagos angle might be working well, but the Ogun State side is not as efficient.
Ogun State and Lagos State are brothers, and there is no kind of a collaboration that we need that we have not been able to get. The other in terms of documentation of how to work together, there's a joint commission that we are running. So if anything should happen in Ogun State, Lagos has the capacity and the right to move in there automatically and resolve the matter without any form of bureaucracy.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're unpacking developmental strides in Lagos State, insights from the Commissioner, and I have Honourable Gbenga Omotoso, who is the Commissioner for Information and Strategy. Very shortly, I'll allow you to also join the conversation, and perhaps you want to react to 1 or 2 things he said, or you want to bring his attention to some other areas of greater development. You can feel free to do that. Fagba Corridor, high influx of vehicular movement has been experienced on Jonathan Coker Road. This is inwards Fagba intersection. This is due to flash floods and also some bad portions of the road. We have men of Lamata. They are also working on the drainage at Amala Junction inwards Fagba. Most of you driving through that corridor, take note of that. Traffic managers are also on ground doing the needful at the moment, trying to ensure that you have it very, very good. That's supplied in by Olaiwola from the control room. Ijushaga corridor, I understand we're having it busy at Fagba, but of course, drainage construction within the Amala end might slow you down a bit. Ekpe corridor looking pretty good. Those of you navigating through Ikorodu Road, if you're coming in from the mile 12 end, earlier on, we had it pretty busy due to a breakdown of a high capacity bus, but that has been resolved, so it's much better if you're coming in from the Odogo end, linking up with mile 12, inwards Koshofe, K2 down to Ojota, still looking relatively cool and calm. The Third Milan Bridge, high influx, lots of vehicles making use of that corridor, but no major worries. Slow and steady from Deniji heading towards Ilubirin, and of course proceeding towards the major points at Victoria Island. Ikorodu Road from Ojota towards Maryland, still looking good. Linking up with Ojuelegba, not bad at all. And of course, Funshaw Williams also faring pretty well. Heading towards Eko Bridge. Eko Bridge, you have it slow down a bit, but nothing to worry at all. All right, so before I begin to take your reactions, let's get back to the conversation, Honourable Commissioner. And now, let's reflect a bit on waste management. I know there's a lot of issues that have been cropping up, but the waste management drive right now, Lagos seems to be on the overdrive. Where are we in terms of fulfilling that pillar of your development agenda?
Well, thank you so much. We are trying as much as possible to move from just waste gathering to making wealth out of waste. And then only this week, Lagos State government signed an agreement with some 3 companies that will be working on this waste to wealth idea, so that our people, the kind of refuse they see today as indecent, as nuisance, they will see that is something that has its own advantage. And Lagos has about between 3,000 and 6,000 tons of waste every day. And this is no joke at all. But we keep on trying to do everything possible to ensure that the state is clean. There has been some problem with the PSP. That's why people have found waste in some parts of the state, but everything is being cleaned up now. Okay. And it's going to clean. But the long-term solution, like I have said, is a conversion of this waste to wealth. And Lagos has engaged some of the best hands in the world to come and do the job.
Okay. So that that's on the pipeline already right now.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about security now before we begin to take the reactions from the listening public. What is government doing? Security, especially on the roads in the evenings. Once we have those breakdowns and we have the long backlog, as the case may be, you find, some young men trying to dispossess people of their belongings and all of that. Some are still talking about the issue of the one chance and all of that. And so, what's government doing to respond to all these challenges?
I think the incidents of people trying to dispossess motorists or their possessions, they have really come down, because the police, we have a very efficient and highly mobile police force now that have been working with the RRS to ensure that the roads are safe at night. And most importantly, we have seen that so many parts of Lagos now have been lit up because of the street lights that we are installing about 20,000 lampposts, lamps all over the state in the first phase of what is going to be a major project that will cover all of the states. So the idea is that once the streets are well lit, it will be very difficult for these boys to do their evil. But the police are not relenting. Many of them have been arrested. If you check the records, which we receive every week, you see that some of these people have been arrested as they are doing their evil. And many Lagosians have also spoken about this, that they have seen that the police have been able to move against them.
All right, let's talk about the economy now, and of course the welfare of the people. So, in terms of the welfare, because this year has been very, very tough economically for lots of Nigerians. In Lagos, what does dynamics look like, Honourable Commissioner? Where are we with that?
Well, the Lagos State government is doing everything possible to ensure that an average Lagosian does not go to bed hungry, and that those who are poor the people, the vulnerable who are the lowest rung of the ladder, that they are not left to their own devices. Only about a week ago, the Lagos State government gave out about 420 million to indigent citizens for them to go and start a trade, to go and rent houses, to go and do whatever they had applied for the government, to the government to do for help. And this is going to continue. It's a periodic thing. We have a social register that is being compiled by Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, working with the Office of Civic Engagement, and many social cultural organizations and NGOs, so that all of the people who are poor, who feel that they cannot free themselves because the government will not leave them to their own devices. All we're asking for them is to have the Lagos residence card, so that if we add the data, we will know how to plan for people, we will know what to do and how to do what we need to do. Lagos state government is going to do a lot now. Today we have an agri summit. There the governor is going to make some policy statements about how our people will be helped through our Greek initiatives, and now another Lagosians can have, yes.
Okay. All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Let's switch gears now to hear from you as well. If you are on the road, we have the Honourable Commissioner for Information and Strategy. He's our guest as we are unpacking some of the developmental strides of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. All right, 08099120777. And that's the number, 08099120777 and 09153877127. Those are the numbers that you can use to connect with us if you want to connect with the commissioner. Some messages also streaming in as well. We take that and then we'll be expecting your calls as well. This one says, good morning, sir. Some people feel the government focuses more on infrastructure. Do you have a call? Okay, focuses more on infrastructure than on people's welfare. How would you react to that? This is Mr. Ibrahim sending this one in.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, but that is not the situation. In Lagos, we believe that...
Just hold on 1 second, Commissioner. Let's take this call. Hello there.
Yes, hello, Mr. Victor. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Tunde. I'm calling from Gbenga.
All right, Tunde, go ahead.
Yes, please. In as much as we also criticize the government, I also want to be one of the first to commend them. I complained about Gbenga bottleneck when we come back in the evening. That the way they run that bus stop and how it causes a serious gridlock for all of us coming from the island trying to get into Ojodo and everything.
Right.
But surprisingly, yesterday when I was coming in, the place was free, and I could see the RRS. They actually were stationed across, not allowing those small coupes and the NAPEP to park illegally on the road.
Right.
And the lights were on as well. There was light. So please, if they can help us keep on, allowing that tollway to be free like that, we really appreciate it. It was a blessing just, getting to Gbenga and easily just getting to Ojodo and, happily going home.
So what would you?
I'm very grateful for that.
Great.
Yes.
All right, Tunde, thank you so much for that one as well. So at least he's saying kudos to the government for what you guys have done with that. Honourable Commissioner, what's your reaction to him?
Thank you so much. We keep on pushing. The aim is for us to see that we have smooth roads. People don't have to spend hours on the road when you should spend minutes.
Right.
So we continue to push through our law enforcers and then
let's take
cooperation of the citizens.
All right, let's take this one. Hello there, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, we lost that one. Any moment you get through, please try and turn down the volume of your radio so that we can have a good communication with you. 08099120777 and 09153877127. Hello there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Good morning, Victor.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Comrade Daniel.
Hey, Comrade Daniel, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right. You want to speak?
Welcome back from your vacation, Victor.
Thank you so much.
All right. Honourable Commissioner, good morning.
Morning, sir.
All right, yes. I would also want to commend Lagos State government for all they have been doing. I think those of us that live in Lagos and work in Lagos, we understand the effort the government has been putting in. I always say that Lagos State is always a pace setter that other states need to emulate. The challenge in what I see is that on the road aspects as well.
Okay.
We have this town planning road that have been not been rehabilitated over the years. I've been operating in that environment for the past 20 years.
All right.
Towards the SGK, the Nestle Food are there. That place, once it rains, you can't access it towards Oshodi and town planning. That is, the Industrial Avenue.
Okay.
The Industrial Avenue Road, down to town planning. That road has not been updated. No drainage. We have some churches, banks around that environment.
Okay.
So it's also that of the one at towards the Obakran area. We also towards Guinness.
Okay.
In fact, it's a solid state.
Okay.
And things have to do, because at times those industries around there do spray their water or chemicals on the roads. And it's challenging at times. I think those agencies that are in charge should be able to do something on the road construction as well.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Comrade Daniel also putting in his needs. And of course, some of those things that he feels the government can work on. Honourable Commissioner, Industrial Avenue Road down to town planning, he says needs some upgrade. What's your response?
The very important road that he has mentioned, and I will take it up and talk to the SA on infrastructure to see what can be done about that. But like I usually tell people, there are over 5,000 roads in Lagos. Not easy to fix all of them at the same time.
All right.
It's also a question of resources. We do not have
all the resources to do that. But the ones that there's no road that is not important, but the ones that are really, really important, like the one that he has mentioned, I think they should take a priority. All right.
Maybe in the new budget.
All right, let's take some more reactions. People are trying to connect with you. Hello there, good morning.
Good morning, sir, Mr. Victor. How are you, sir?
Very good. Who am I speaking with?
This engineer Joseph Gbenga.
Oh, one of our very ardent listeners. Engineer Joseph, it's nice to have you.
Morning, sir. Good morning, my commissioner. Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for being there for us in Lagos Traffic Radio. I think in 1 or 2, 3 occasions we have program in Traffic Radio. You're always present. Thank you. We appreciate this, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I would like to commend as well especially for this light up Lagos. We have been complaining for more than 2 years now. And I always tell people that, and I think we can see now visibly that the replacement of street lights from electric to solar is really working now. Thank you for that. Ikorodu Road, I think now from my 12 now, we have seen the solar light now to Itomulo. It's coming to Gulonto, to Ibubu area. But the major reasons are confined infrastructure. Sir, I just like you to please, I'm pleading on behalf of the residents of Igbobo Bayuku area.
Okay.
Sir, for more than close to 4 years now, Igbobo Bayuku Road has been under construction and we are really suffering. Mr. Victor, every presenter, both morning, evening section, they knew here that we have been crying for this. So I want you to clear the air. What we are hearing about 2 months or a month ago now that the job has been awarded to another contractor. Initially, it was given to Lagos Public Work, and there's no any other word to use on that road than suffering. The phase 2, initially they took it from Ofin Junction to Igbobo to Fashola Estate. They say that is phase 1. And now they say phase 2 is from Fashola to Bayuku. I can tell you now that the phase 2 has been up to, if I'm not mistaken, it's up to 70 to 60% completion now. Why the first phase is on 0 level?
Okay.
Sir, can you just help us, sir? We are really suffering on that road.
All right.
We know Lagos State is trying and they're really working. We want them on our own side as well.
Okay.
Thank you and God bless you, sir.
Thank you, Engineer Joseph. Igbobo Bayuku is his concern, Honourable Commissioner?
Yeah, it's a very genuine concern. I saw that he spoke passionately about the road, but I know that there's a contractor working on that road, and he has just said that the second phase is on, but the first phase
has been a problem.
So I'm going to talk to the SA in charge of infrastructure to find out what exactly is going on. But I know that Igbogo Bayeku is a top on our agenda,
right,
and that it's not going to be left. So
we're going to get a feedback from you as well.
Oh, sure.
All right. Let's take this call. Hello there.
Hello. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Dakpo.
Hey, Dakpo. Dakpo, you're calling from Yanowuro. Where is that?
Yes, Bagada area.
Okay, then let's hear from you.
All right, let me try to make it very brief.
Okay.
First of all, let me start with the issue of security. Let me commend Lagos State government first, and then the Commissioner for Information. I think he has always done his best to put us to speed on issues and clarify when controversies comes. That is really good.
All right.
Now, let me go to the specifics. Starting with security. Yes, we could note that there is an improvement. However, there is need to improve more, especially from third mainland.
Okay.
From up to toll gates.
Okay.
The issue of when your vehicle breaks down is still reoccurring. And you see some miscreants on top of the third mainland. Years back, you will not see them because the RRS, aside from being stationed at the Ebute Meta area, they also patrol on bike. So the moment they spot anybody wanting to do anything or there is a breakdown, speed of light, they are there with you. So I want the state to look into that.
Okay.
Secondly, still on third mainland,
right,
I had mentioned it when the GM of Lasma came. It has been an issue. Gradually, Adeniji Adeli bus stop on the third mainland has been turned to a full-fledged bus stop, and it is not good, safety-wise. Now, Baga bus stop, Baga,
right,
considering the massive money invested in putting that bus stop to place, it has been taken over by this interstate, and part of it, that's why it split to the road. Now, on the issue of environment, right, I noticed that there are places now where people just go to dump refuse, believing that Loma will come and pick, and it's not good for the image of Lagos.
All right.
Now, let me try to cut it now because of others. I have a concern.
Okay.
When you travel out, the first set of areas you will see in developed countries are always fascinating and attracting. Look at the massive money spent by Lagos State government to put in place from Oshodi to airport to Apapa and to Yanowuro. But what do you see? You see a whole lot of miscreants. I think the state needs to have a conversation with the NRWT, or what do they call them?
All right.
So that whatever their activities are banished in. The traders, whatever their activities are cordoned off. So that anybody that lands into Nigeria and is passing through the way has a very better impression of us.
Very good.
The same thing applies to airport road at that police, area, F area.
Right.
Under the bridge. So let me just allow others to talk from here.
Very good, very good. Dakpo, thank you so much. He has listed more or less like a plethora of issues here. And Commissioner, if I'm to just allow you, this last one he mentioned, the issue of miscreants, the issue of first impression when you land in Lagos. Lagos is a gateway to the international community. What's the government doing about that?
Yeah, I thank him for that observation, a very genuine observation that he has made. I went to Kaduna day before yesterday and I passed through that route. It's true what he has said, but I know that it has decreased. Yes, it has really gone down. Okay. The last time I passed through that place a couple of months ago, there was a little traffic because people were coming onto the road to do all sorts of things. Right. All those yellow buses parking on the road. But yesterday,
but in spite of that, that doesn't still befit Lagos. I mean, we're talking about Lagos of 2025.
That's what I'm saying. Day before yesterday, when I passed through, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
It was smooth and fast too. So all the boys is talking about, there are some of those that I have said will have to take off the street.
All right, let's take this call. Hello there.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Adekoya.
Dr. Adekoya, where are you calling from?
From Ikorodu.
All right, quickly, can you do that in 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's just concerning with the
Hello?
Bayeku Road.
It's concerning what?
In respect of the Gbogbo Bayeku Road, which the speaker has spoken about.
Okay.
The issue is that the first phase was awarded almost 2 or more than 2 years ago. And it's like they destabilize and destroy the road, which is not motorable for people to pass. The second phase is just the contractor is almost 70% doing the job.
Okay, so
but
Dr. Adekoya,
awarded to Lagos State, what is it called?
Public Works.
Public Works. I think the project should enough from them. They are doing nothing. They destroyed the road rather than saying they had more pace to the populace in that area.
All right, we've taken note of that, Dr. Adekoya. Because of time constraints, we have to let you go. But thank you so much. You made your point. I think Engineer Joseph succinctly reflected on this earlier. And there are lots of issues, really. Lots of messages coming in for you. By the way, this one says, Honourable Commissioner, sir, we keep hearing about affordable housing projects, but most of them still seem out of reach for regular Lagosians. What's been done to truly make them affordable? Honourable Commissioner, can that be responded to in 30 seconds?
Oh, sure. We have about 24 housing estates that have been commissioned in the administration of Mr. Babaje Olushola Sanwo-Olu. But like he said, if he says that these houses are not affordable is relative. It's a question of, number one, demand and supply, and then number two, the cost of very high cost of building materials.
Right.
There's a level that you cannot go below, and then the thing will be a loss. Housing is the way it is around there is a social service, the way I see it, because all of the houses that the government is building, they are not really commercial.
Okay.
If they are commercial, all of us will see that they are really commercial.
More messages here. This one says, good morning, sir. We've seen lots of roads constructed across the state, but why do some roads seem to get bad immediately a few months after completion? Thanks. Shindara is sending that one. And this one says, sir, many young people are trying to start small businesses. So what is Lagos doing to support small entrepreneurs? Samuel is sending that one. There are lots of messages, but we cannot take them this morning. But even as we begin to gradually wind down, Honourable Commissioner, the issue of startups, anything in the offering for young ones?
Yeah, so many opportunities for young people in Lagos. Take, for example, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund is there for them to go and apply. Should they have any business idea and they need money to run the business, so long as you can convince them that it's a business that is workable, they will help you. They will not just give you the finance, they will also support you with training and how to just start up. Then there's also the Lagos State Science Research Council. It has about 1 billion, which anybody who has any innovation, who has any idea, but no cash, can go to and apply. And it is free. It's all about grants, not something that you have to pay back and that can tear your pocket.
Okay, let us begin to run it all off right now. It's nice having you in a bit, but the big and the very, very last question. This is coming majorly from the listeners as well. They want Mr. Governor to be on this frequency. Honourable Commissioner, what's your response?
Yeah, it's a very good and legitimate request, which we are going to look into. I will encourage Mr. Governor to come.
All right, then. It's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here, Honourable Commissioner.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, then. So we've been speaking with Honourable Gbenga Omotoso, who is the Commissioner for Information and Strategy. And this morning, we've been able to unpack some of the developmental strides of the Lagos State government. And we can see those of you that are aligning to it and also giving some very, very brilliant suggestions. We have to go. Maximum shout out going out to my producer this morning, Mike James. I say a big thank you to our social media team, Okpeyemi Olabi Shodunke, Daniel Downsi, as well as Remy Aluko. I must also appreciate everyone working behind the scene for this to come on stream. The director of engineering, that's Yinka Lawal. Maximum shout out going out to you. Kasali Mubosola, we do appreciate you as well. Debo Yusuf, and of course to our executive producer Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. I'm out. Stay very much within. Bye.
The breaking of the day.